This is the human heart. Central to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Welcome everyone to this April Global Coherence Pulse. It is so thrilling and heartwarming to see your faces, including so many familiar faces. Thank you for joining us today, either again or for the first time, as we continue to pulse the planet with heart-centered coherence and help demonstrate the power of the human heart to transform not only our own lives, but our collective reality. I'm Claudia Wells, Pulse co-founder and citizen scientist with the Global Coherence Initiative, or GCI. And I'll be introducing the host of our Pulse today, someone already known and loved by many of you, Pulse co-founder Teresa Collins, and organizational partner of the Pulse, the Islands of Coherence Network. Before I do, though, a quick reminder that this is a citizen science initiative. So while everyone is needed and wanted and welcomed, and all that is required is adding your heart, to participate in the science, please log into the Global Coherence Pulse group on the free Global Coherence app. You can also log into the global group, and that will work too, but the Global Coherence Pulse group allows us to better count your presence. And if you have a HeartMath HRV sensor, please use it so we can also count your coherence. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, but want to, or if you know what I'm talking about, but need help, help is on the Global Coherence Pulse website, and we'll also be adding programming starting soon to help walk you through it. So while HeartMath and GCI have been busy developing the science of heart coherence, and building the personal and global sensor technologies that can reflect our coherence back to us, the Pulse is helping build a community capable of co-creating a critical mass of coherence. What most of you now know we call Islands of Coherence, inspired by the physical chemist and Nobel laureate Ilya Prigogine, who demonstrated in thermodynamics that when a complex system is far from equilibrium, small islands of coherence can shift the entire system to a higher order. And that's what we're doing here. Our world is definitely a complex system far from equilibrium, and aligned with that, and to introduce today's host, I thought I'd invoke famed ethnobotanist Terence McKenna, because he said culture is not our friend. We know we're partially products, or even largely products of our social environments. And the dominant global culture today is one based on beliefs in separation, profoundly influenced by special interest groups that benefit from people believing, thinking, and behaving in ways that benefit those special interests. But we're witnessing the decline of that culture, because although it's made important contributions, it's not sustainable. It's not truly life-affirming, because it isn't coherent with the wisdom of nature, or with what we're rediscovering about the fundamental oneness of humanity with itself, with all life, with the planet and beyond. The modern Western culture has been failing us for a while, no secret, and we're seeing increasingly the devastating results of maintaining a culture that has outlived its usefulness. So the question is, what will replace it? How do we co-create social environments that are aligned with the wisdom of nature and that nurture the leading edge of our own and humanity's evolution? How do we create communities built on the values and the intelligence of the heart? Today's co-host is co-creating such a community in partnership with the Pulse. So let's hear from them now. I'm going to introduce Teresa, and she'll introduce everyone else. So if we can bring Teresa on. Teresa is co-founder of the Global Coherence Pulse and brings over 20 years of innovation in online education, learning community development, and whole system design to the projects and communities that she serves. She's a partner in Live It Now Productions, through which she supports projects like the Pulse, the Islands of Coherence Network, and Thrive Solutions Hub, all designed to empower people and organizations choosing to connect through love and co-create a new way forward. Hi, Teresa, and thank you so much for hosting this month's Pulse.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. And Claudia, you know, last month, I forgot it was our 1-year anniversary. We've been doing the pulsing for a whole year. Isn't that so exciting? And gosh, so many people have come together and pulsed the planet with love for us. And I know personally, my ability to sustain heart coherence has been enhanced by being together with everyone like this. So I feel really good about all the efforts we've done and for all of you. And I just want to say, this is the first time that we are on a meeting line where we can see all of you. So if you want to take a moment and just look at the gallery view and kind of scroll through, where just about 460 people is going up every minute. Look at how beautiful we all are. Scroll through the gallery. Like, these are people coming together and choosing love over fear. We're choosing to come together and to join our energies to help us stabilize our own heart coherence and to create a field that helps us to do that. And I'm just so excited that we're all here together. I'm just kind of scrolling through the screen right now so I can see all of your beautiful faces. And just to give you a sense of I'm going to make sure too, our co-hosts are starting to admit people while I'm talking. If you guys will do that, great. So yeah, today's Pulse is going to flow first with a little bit of a theme
becoming an Islands of Coherence. We chose that because Islands of Coherence Network is the Pulse partner. And then we're going to have Cornflower, who many of you know. He's been on some of our pulses before, and he will bring us into some music as we start our meditation. And then today our meditation is going to be led by 3 of our Islands of Coherence host guides. So you'll get a chance to meet them as we go through the process. And then as we complete the meditation, Cornflower will play again and just allow us to just open our hearts into the full glory that I know that we'll be feeling by the time we get there. And then we'll have some closing comments, and that will end our first hour. And then we'll go to a second half hour where we'll spotlight the Islands of Coherence Network and tell you more about it. Because if you're not in there playing yet, you just might want to do that. And to start up that process, that half hour, we'll have Entheo, who's also a musical group that's been with us before. And they'll help to set the tone for our open house, our Islands of Coherence open house. So there's lots of fun to be had. There's lots of deep connection to be had. And I'm really glad that you're all here. So while I'm getting my screen share, why don't you go through the gallery view and take a look again at everybody else that's on the line, and we'll get started. So as we said, that today's theme, stop my video. Today's theme is becoming an island of coherence. And Claudia read this quote, spoke about this quote today: when a system is far from equilibrium, small islands of coherence in a sea of chaos have the capacity to lift the entire system to a higher order. I know when I heard that quote for the first time 20 years ago, I knew we were the answer, and there would be a moment when we would be needed. And that moment is really now, because we are indeed at a precarious moment in our evolutionary journey. And it's full of so much uncertainty and instability on so many levels. I think it's so important that when we're coming together like this, we come together in the truth of what is. That in the midst of some of the hope and the possibility that we feel, there's a lot that we're facing together. And yet in this chaos, there is vast potential and the promise of something radically new if we choose it. And this is an evolutionary fact that I learned when I was with Barbara Marx Hubbard. Crises precedes transformation. A system doesn't change when it's stable. It actually begins to change when it's far from equilibrium, when it's destabilized. And that's the opportunity that we have together right now. So are we undergoing a radical phase change from one state to another? I think so. Is there something dying away that needs our compassion and care? Just like we would hospice somebody who's dying. And is there something new emerging that requires our love and attention, midwifing a new world that's emerging? Are we the imaginal cells in the new body of humanity? And if yes, then what's required of us? That's the question that we need to keep asking, because there isn't an answer yet. The answer is inside of us, and it's unfolding as we come together. So for me, what I've learned is that a thriving world is an inside job first and foremost. It really starts right inside each of us. And I believe that it's encoded inside and it's waiting to emerge. There is a coherent pulse oscillation inside each one of us. It's actually pulsing at the center of everything that makes up life. And as we turn our attention towards it, as we open to it and explore it and start to resonate with it, it meets us at every turn. It meets us because it is our natural state at the heart of it all. I know as we've been going through this COVID time and having more time inside of ourselves and going deeper, we're beginning to find it. And this new life and this new future is emerging from the inside out as we open to it. And this new life is emerging naturally as we take time to go in and sit in silence and let go and breathe and relax and bring love to all the places that need it most. And it's time to claim this natural state of coherence and let the light that we are shine out into the world. And that's the practice that we're doing. Stop and go in to know that we're part of the new and that we're going to find our way by going inside. So key things to remember in order to be an island of coherence is to consistently follow the impulse of your heart and to bring awareness to all aspects of your life. The thriving world is an inside job and a moment to moment choice. It's really up to us. And it's also collective by natural design. We're not meant to do it alone. We're cells in a new body, each of us needed, each of our uniqueness, so important. And it's when we join together, like we are right now, in heart coherence, that we create a field that is greater than the sum of its parts and supports us to stabilize in the midst of the chaos. We really can't do it alone. I mean, what happens when we get pulled off center and the storm comes and the chaos comes, right? There are times when we lose our state of coherence. But as other people in the field are holding coherence, we find our way back. The field allows us to like pause and to choose in that next moment to come back into coherence. And this field also allows for the diversity of our unity to shine through. We can really celebrate that each of us is a unique song in this symphony of new life that's emerging. And we need each other to do that. I love this quote. I see a time when all colors of mankind will gather under the sacred tree of life, and the whole earth will become one circle again. So I'd like to dedicate this pulse to each of us experiencing today our own heart-centered coherence more deeply, and to feel the presence of the field that's holding us as we stand in coherence together. We're capable of so much more. And let us consciously choose to be an island of coherence together today and every day. So I'm going to ask Cornflower to come in and take us on a little journey with sound. Begin to keep bringing our energy together as we prepare for our meditation. Cornflower, I love you so much. I really appreciate all the times that you've come and offered your music to lift our hearts and our souls. And I'm really excited you're here today on our first meeting line, gallery view, community celebration. Thank you, Cornflower.
Thank you so much, Teresa. It is always an honor to be a part of
I
this.
can't quite hear you. A little bit louder,
Okay.
maybe.
Can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
We hear you, Cornflower.
You hear me?
He's good. Okay, great. No problem. Just me. Go for it.
Okay. Thank you all so much. It's such an honor to be here. And every time I come, I just drop deeper into what the message is here, what the intention is. It's like I'm entraining myself to this new, well, really returning to the natural way of being and unlearning a lot of the shields and armor that I've picked up along my life journey. And I hope this music can help relieve any armor you're holding, any past that you're carrying, or any thoughts of the future that you're carrying, so we can fully drop in and arrive into this moment together. Here we go.
Thank you, Cornflower. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to move into our meditation, and we have three beautiful souls who are going to be guiding us, Penny and Kari J and Yamit. So let's all just settle in and drop into our meditation together. This is Penny Hipple. She is one of the co-founders of the Islands of Coherence and also part of the team that produces the Global Coherence Pulse. Thank you, Penny.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Teresa and Cornflower. So good to be here with you all today. Let's just start out by doing a little movement, stretch, feel what feels good to you in your body. You might squeeze your body. Maybe that feels good, or just stretch. We're just gonna settle in together for this meditation. Yeah. Take some deep breaths. Start to settle in. Come to some stillness and feel how that feels in your body. And now open your eyes and take a look around your room or maybe out a window and see what your eyes enjoy seeing. Something that feels nourishing. And just to let it come to you and nourish you. And as you're ready now, you can let your eyes gently close. Bringing your arms out wide, feeling your field. As you're ready, start to bring your arms in, your hands coming towards your heart, and let your center find you. Let your center draw your arms in at your own pace. And lift your heart. Feeling your core, your center channel. And now turning your hands down towards the earth, bringing your hands down to your low belly, to your pelvis, feeling yourself ground now. Feeling your seat on the chair, on the floor, the earth coming up to meet you. Feeling your roots spread down into the earth. The solidity of your bones in your body. So now you're feeling ground and center. From this place, from inside your heart, feeling the ground beneath you, ask yourself the question, what is my intention today? What quality do I want to embody today? Quality I want to feel in myself and be feel. Maybe it's strength, compassion, nourishment, peace, hope. What is it for you today? See if you can remember a time or a place in your life when you have felt that quality very strongly. It might even be a person that embodied that quality and it just affected you very deeply. It could even be with just with a pet or somewhere in nature. Bring that memory to mind and put yourself there now. Notice what you're seeing or hearing. Maybe you're smelling something, tasting something. And as you're in this moment, refreshing that memory, and notice what happens in your body. Maybe a softening or an expansion, opening. And refresh the memory again. Really put yourself there. Notice the edges of the sensation in your body. Do they move out, expand, flow down? Really embodying those qualities of sensation. Now coming back to your heart. ground. And just resting here in a pause as we transition to Yamith, who's going to continue the journey with you.
And as we continue to be in a heart-centered state, we are more and more deeply interconnected with one another. We are tuning in to the frequencies of the earth. This state where we can tap into our innate abilities, our intuition, the intuition that helps us to understand life as it is. It's this synergy that we work with the planet and so we work in synergy with our beautiful Mother Earth. What Gaia, our beautiful garden, is offering us with our animal kingdom, the natural life, the plant life. And it is only that way we can enjoy and celebrate life with all beings on this planet. Intuition is the compass as it comes from our hearts and show us the way to coexist sustainably with what the world is giving to us, with unconditional love, with compassion, without ever wanting something in exchange. It is the perfect example of generosity. And we become more sensitive as we inhale and breathe in all this love that we're sharing, that we're holding in this beautiful space. And exhaling fully in gratitude. For getting all the nourishment that we need. And so we just have to focus our attention in our hearts and evoke all these beautiful memories. Isn't that a precious gift, just to gain access to these beautiful emotions, where intuition is full of inner wisdom collected in our DNA through our generations that have left a lot of lessons for us. And now it is the time to honor them in a way that we can all enjoy the present moment together. Let's keep enjoying, let's continue enjoying this communication that we have established here. And so anytime that we are going through a difficult situation, we can evoke these feelings that will bring us back to a coherent state and will support us in making all decisions that will benefit us, that will benefit our loved ones, that will benefit all beings on the planet. And we gain harmony every single day by cultivating these islands of coherence. Doing this, we are raising the awareness of the collective. We are making our future brighter and brighter with all our intentions, with every single one of them, as they are rooted in a high ideal, which is unconditional love. And so we are holding this space, anchoring into the present moment, where time does not exist, where life is eternal. Letting go of all expectations and judgments, and trusting the universe, trusting this evolutionary journey that we are all in, that we have taken on as a collective as well as individuals. And so we continue breathing in love and exhaling gratitude, connecting with one another, and enjoying the stillness, the crystal clear stillness that we have created. As we breathe and connect with our hearts.
Still connecting with your heart, still connecting with your breath, and once again finding that connection with the earth. I invite you to visualize a tether moving up from the earth and through your body, reaching up into the cosmos. Creating a spiral, a sphere from earth and sky around your entire being. Breathing into this divine connection. Feeling rooted in your heart. With each deep in-breath, bringing in that love and gratitude, compassion and care into your heart space. And with each long exhale, pulsing it out as a ripple, a wave into the fields around you. Inviting each breath in to reconnect you, and each pulse out to extend your field out just a little further. Always returning to the breath, always returning to the heart, always returning to that divine connection between earth and sky. I invite you, with each pulse, to send out your field as far as you feel comfortable. Maybe this can expand to just your local environment. Maybe you can pulse even further to the city, town, state, or country you are in. Continue with this breath. Continue with this pulse for a moment longer. Still with each deep inhale, bringing in that love, compassion, and care into your heart. And with each long exhale, pulsing that out as far as you can go. Knowing that anyone who comes into contact with this will feel the ease, the peace, the love, the compassion that you so lovingly share from your heart. I invite you to continue pulsing out, and if you feel called, to allow your field to encircle the whole earth, feeling the connection of all the brothers and sisters here with us today, surrounding our earth, our beautiful Mother Gaia, with love and compassion, care, ease, and peace. Still receiving love and compassion into your heart with each in-breath, and still pulsing the planet with that love and rejuvenating energy that can truly heal the world and the hearts of all. In each moment, allowing yourself to feel this connection, to relax even more into this connection, to know that you are held in this space, so safe, so protected. always returning to that connection with your heart, always returning to your breath, and pulsing the field, our beautiful Mother Gaia, with love, compassion, and care. Knowing that you can always come into this space, you can always connect into the field. It holds all of us in its oneness, in its presence, in its love and joy. So continue to pulse the field. Continue to send your love and compassion and care out in this expansive state as our beautiful brother Cornflower will continue our journey.
Let's just all hold this still place for a moment, so full of life and love. And maybe take a moment to go on gallery view if you're not on, to just kind of take in this beautiful field of love that we are. And it just takes dropping into our heart and letting our heart guide the way. And when we do it together like this, we have such greater capacity to sustain it in the face of whatever we face. And we're facing a lot. We can't do it alone, but wow, together, look what we can experience. I would love for Cornflower and Penny and Patty J and Yameth and Claudia, maybe they can turn on their cameras and we can all like rub our hands together for a moment and just take all this beautiful love that we're kind of feeling in our hearts, and just first let's send it out to Cornflower and Patty J and everyone that did the meditation for us just now. So, so, so beautiful. And then let's just send that to each other right now. Like what we experienced was possible because we were together. So, so beautiful. We truly are an island of coherence when we come together like this. And as Claudia's told us before, you know, it's not the quantity, it's the quality of the coherence that has the greatest impact. And I would say, I don't know what if anybody has a sensor and can tell us some of the readings, I feel like we really did some beautiful work today. So for those of you who want to stay for the next half hour, we're going to have a little bit more music and we're going to share a little bit about the Islands of Coherence. We'd love for you to come and join us in the network. It's a place where we can actually be together with other people who are choosing to cultivate more heart coherence in their lives, so that we can have the support we need, so that we can find our friends and partners and teammates. I'm putting a link in the chat right now. If you're interested in learning more about downloading the app, maybe you couldn't get it today, or you're interested in finding out about the sensors, you can take the link in the chat there. And I'll also put the Islands of Coherence link in case you need to go right now. But otherwise, we'd love to have you stay. It'll be a nice, just little intro. Let me just put that in the chat. Probably can hear me typing. I'm such a hand pecker. All right, so I want to bring on Entheo, for those of you who are staying around, to come and just launch us off for our next segment with some music. Entheo, two dear friends of mine, Lee Grace and Theo. Let's go ahead and bring them on camera. There we go.
Can you hear us and see us?
Hey, beautiful. Thank you guys so much for coming today. I always love having you on Pulses with us. And you know, you always bring me to tears when you play, so I'm ready. Ready.
Good.
We're ready too. Thank you, everyone. All right.
Yeah, so we're just going to keep this thread going of presence, being in the heart.
Are we having is the reverb on? Yeah.
not the clouds, I am the sky. I am not the mind, I am the eye. Hearing a sacred song of a universe alive. Can't hold on to anything passing away. I am here experiencing living today. High highs, low lows, and me in the middle, watching it go. Here comes the fear, oh no, watch it go. Feelings and thoughts, oh watch them go. See it all and watch it go. I am not the memories, I am the one circling for centuries around the sun, burning up everything, all that needs to be released, expanding beyond the edges of my mind. Stories, seasons, reasons, and rhymes open me up to find it's always been me in the middle, watching it go. Here comes the fear, oh no, watch it go. Feelings and thoughts, oh watch them go. See it all and watch it go. And the secret is to see it, to feel it, receive it. Oh, the secret is to see it, to feel it, receive it. Oh, the secret is to see it, to feel it, receive it. Oh, the secret is to see it, to feel it, and release it. 'Cause underneath this fear of mine is the sweetness of life. Oh, oh, underneath this pain inside is the sweetness of life. Oh, 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 oh. The sweetness of life. Oh, oh, oh. The sweetness of life. Oh, 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 yeah. The sweetness of life. Oh, oh, oh. The sweetness of life. Sweetness of the heart.
So beautiful, you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here today. And I can't wait for us to have some in-person time. I miss you. Pretty soon we're going to have time where we can be, virtual is important because then we can touch each other on a global scale, and we need the field, we need all of us. And also it's going to be really nice when we can come together. Somebody was just asking if this happens every Saturday, and the Global Coherence Pulse actually happens on the third Saturday of every month. But inside the Islands of Coherence, if you're part of that network, we have weekly meditation and breakout group calls, and we have lots more opportunities for coming together because it's important to be in regular practice. I think so many of us, we're feeling this impulse inside of us, and we're feeling this hope, and we're feeling this inspiration. We're feeling this new emerging in the midst of everything. But other people around us in our lives maybe are in a lot of fear or kind of embedded in a propaganda of how life is unfolding. And so being together with other people who are choosing love and who are practicing coherence and all of that is super helpful for us. So I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen and just show you a little bit about the Islands of Coherence. We hope that you'll come and join us. We'll have a few minutes for some of the people that are in the Islands of Coherence to share with you. And then we'll have a song again with Entheo before we close off for the day. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oh, I'm feeling so nourished. I know a lot of you are as well. I can see it in the chat, and it's so lovely to feel that together. So here we go. You can see my screen okay? Yes. So the Islands of Coherence is a new heart-centered social network that we have created. It's hosted by the Live It Now production team, and it's in collaboration with the Global Coherence Pulse. So we do the pulses once a month, and the Islands of Coherence is really a place where we can be together more often. In the Islands of Coherence, love is our core principle. And as Claudia was talking about, it's really the science of the heart that we're exploring and that we're learning about and we're experiencing together. And cultivating coherence is our core practice. So it's many paths to one end. When you're in the Islands of Coherence, we can all share the ways in which we're engaging in practice and where we're finding successful and where we're finding challenges. And co-creating a thriving future for all our shared purpose. And again, that is an inside job. And as all of us choose to do that together, a new world is emerging in our midst. And in the Islands of Coherence, we encourage purpose-filled social engagement. I think we've been distracted in some ways by Facebook and other social tools. And in the Islands of Coherence, we're encouraging each other to really use our time on these social networks to really find other people that we share purpose and passion and inspiration and information with, and really use our time to fuel our purpose and our practice. And it needs to be play-filled prototyping. I think there's going to be some new systems that are coming online. Many of them have, millions of dollars that have been invested to support us to be more connected with one another. And in the meantime, we need places like this where we can play and we can prototype and we can learn and we can fail and we can rise. And really the commitment here is individual and communal empowerment and collaboration and synergy. You'll see that there's many organizations that are coming together inside of the Islands of Coherence. And if we begin to collaborate and synergize, we find we do less and we're capable of more because we really just get to do our part. And we get to do it in a love-filled field. So if you're in the Islands of Coherence, the people that are involved are choosing to feed the field with love. And even though it's a virtual space, it's still spatial. It's an energy. So imagine we're co-creating a vibrant virtual village-like space where we can connect and share and engage with other like-hearted peers, with groups, with organization, with events and activities that are empowering us to embody and experience more coherence in the world. That's what we're looking to create together. And we also as we grow the network together, we can access and contribute to a growing library of content and resources and events and activities that support us with vibrant health and well-being. We have things to share with each other to help with that. Individual and collective coherence, releasing trauma, activating purpose, increasing collaboration, and of course, more joy and playfulness and co-creativity. Because what we put our attention on grows, and what we consume is what we radiate out. So this is an opportunity for us to co-create something together. And the network is new. So as you come in, it's, new people, we're all contributing to what it takes. The network is made up of many clusters, and you can see we have Global Coherence Pulse and Heart Math and We at Heart and others, and each one of them has their own cluster where they can have the replays are available, where the events that they're doing are available, where the information that they're sharing is available, all in one place. I know that's really exciting for me because I are constantly searching in different places for all the things that I love. And instead, it's all inside the Islands of Coherence where we can find those things, and it's a growing network. And one of the things I love so much is that there's a shared calendar, right? So I don't have to go and search in my email box to find how to join the Pulse or how to join the live call or meditation or Saturday Night Alive or any of the things. I can choose to follow them and have that be all in one place. And we have breakout groups, meditation calls weekly. We have events and activities and deep dives, courses, online chats, private messaging, all the things that you would imagine in a social network. And it's all based in love and coherence. So are you ready to participate in co-creating a community network more aligned with your values and choices? Are you ready to embody the life you came here to live and contribute your unique gifts to the world? Are you ready to courageously choose love and freedom and radiant health and well-being for yourself and all of life? And if your answer is yes, then we invite you to join and help co-create the Islands of Coherence. This is really a space for us to come together and more deeply share and grow and support each other as we learn what it means to be an island of coherence together. And just lastly, this is a community supported network. And I like to follow the patterns of healthy living systems. And part of the principles of a healthy living system is that it's self-sustaining. So when we all give a little, we can gain a lot. So we created a business model for the Islands of Coherence that people can join at whatever level it relates to what they can contribute. So there's $2.99 a month if you want to join, or an annual fee, or $6.99 a month. Or you can choose to pay for a membership and support somebody that needs to apply for a scholarship. So you can come in on a scholarship or choose any amount. And this is so that we don't have to have advertisement, and we don't have other people deciding what we can see in our social feeds. This is really us growing something for ourselves. And so the Islands of Coherence, you can find it at islandsofcoherence.net. And the invitation is, let's co-create something amazing together. Let's come together as a community and support each other to be an island of coherence, to deepen our capacity to sustain this state in the face of whatever we face. And this, however long this network serves us, let love be the legacy that we leave behind in our shared connection. So that's a little bit about the Islands of Coherence. And I hope that you'll come and check it out a little bit. You can join for 2 weeks for free and just come and play. But when you come in, don't just come in and sit back, but come in and contribute. Add your heart, add your love. Say hello, welcome each other. We can create a space where we can actually be together, not just on a Saturday once a month, but we can be together and really support each other to grow. So I'm going to invite Entheo to come and play a little song for us while I put some links in the chat and show you how you can join. I'll put those links in the chat now while they're playing. And I can also, let's see, before we do that, I'm going to go to gallery view and I'm going to invite, let's see, I am going to invite Kelly Lynn. Maybe you can unmute your mic. You've jumped into the Islands of Coherence, and maybe while I'm putting some links in the chat, you can share something about your experience of that. And you might want to go to gallery view so that you can see who's here.
To share. Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to be here with you. My name is Kelly Ford. I've been playing and creating in the Islands of Coherence since it launched in February. And I have found it to be a very welcoming and loving container to interact and to share my ideas and my gifts. For 20 years, I've wanted to share my passion with the world and exchange ideas with others of like mind and heart, like all of you. But I haven't really had a way to do it because I shied away from technology and social media platforms. I didn't want to be manipulated by artificial intelligence and algorithms selecting the posts I saw and filling the space with advertising that was tailor-made for me. So the temptation to buy was overwhelming and distracting, and it didn't feel like a good use of my time, and it didn't feel safe. In contrast, Islands of Coherence has given me the opportunity to interact online and connect in a way that feels safe, it feels clean, loving, and joyful. It's structured in such a way that I can create projects to share what I'm passionate about and express my creativity, which has been really fun. It's also, I'm still learning, and because I don't feel like I'm strong technically, but it's a very friendly and intuitive platform to try to discover what's available for you to express yourself. And I'm so grateful to Teresa and the team that created Islands of Coherence. This platform is such a breath of fresh air and a wonderful opportunity to be with others of like mind and heart, and gives us structure and tools to create and celebrate the joy of our collective and shared heart. I love that the invitation here is to practice heart coherence with myself and others and see what happens from that place. It's really a special and unique opportunity, and I hope to see you there. Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you, Kelly. That's beautiful. Ani, I'll call on you for a minute. I know that you're really excited. I've known Ani forever, since Barbara Marx Hubbard days, and I know you're thrilled to be in the Islands of Coherence. So maybe you can share something.
I am, yes. When I first heard the quote by Ilya Prigogine, what struck me, and we don't have in the words of the quote right now, because it's small islands of coherence on the periphery, periphery of a sea in chaos, which means all of you who are feeling like you're hanging out there somewhere in the middle of something, you're at the perfect place. On the periphery of a sea in chaos, not in the center, not in the culture, not in the middle of everything, but free. You have freed yourself. You think differently. You feel differently. You want something that we don't have in the current culture. You are the perfect ones for the Island of Coherence. Please come in and and develop that coherence within yourself on the periphery of a sea in chaos, and we'll jump the whole system to a higher order. Please come.
Thanks, Ani. Thank you. I thought I'd bring on Midi. Midi has agreed to come in and help us host the space a little bit. Midi, I'm so glad that you came on today. As I was doing the gallery view, I saw you meditating. You look so beautiful.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, everybody. You know, I for some reason, in the middle of the meditation, I thought, wow, it's 7 years since I met Teresa and Amelie and Theo and other people in the Gene Keys community. And what a gift. I didn't know 7 years ago that was what I was going to be receiving. And listening to Kelly and Annie, I can only endorse everything you've said so beautifully and enthusiastically about Islands of Coherence. For me, actually, Islands of Coherence is the higher order. It actually is now. We don't need to jump it to anywhere. We just need to open our arms and invite everybody in to be a part of it. Yeah. So I'm just I feel I'm hanging about in paradise when I enter the website. It's so palpable to me. It's so energetically, we're there, you know, and now we just have to invite all the rest of the world in, and we'll be there together. Yeah.
Thank you, Minnie. Thank you so much. I'm wondering if Nikita, do you want to come on, unmute your mic and turn on your camera? Nikita has one of the clusters in the Islands of Coherence I Am mantra. Such beautiful posts every day. There's so many great clusters. And I'll just say one thing before she shares. Some reason for me creating the Islands of Coherence is because I see this solar system of organizations that are all serving this same purpose in their unique different ways. And I've always seen that. I've always seen this solar system and all the different organizations. And I really wanted us to have one place where we could play, one place where we could synergize and join our genius and really serve a huge wave of awakening that I believe is coming. I believe there's going to be a moment where the rug is going to be pulled and so many people are going to feel out of sorts and they're going to need a place. They're going to need us to be able to stabilize and stay in coherence in the midst of that extreme chaos as it occurs. And then they're going to need places. They're going to need places to come where they can find a home. And we can develop that together. I know Darity's here. She's just set up her own cluster. Kati J actually has a beautiful cluster inside the Islands of Coherence. So we're practicing, we're learning, and we're being courageous, and we're sharing the things that our heart is calling us to share. And I've noticed in the years that I've been supporting learning communities, two things is that when we come together, one, the field holds us and we're capable of so much more. And the second thing is that as we join our genius together, we really need to do less because somebody else is doing the part that we had to do because we thought we had to do all the parts. But instead, if we just do the part that's ours to do, then we really start to live in the current of our purpose and something really radically amazing emerges. So I'm super excited that you guys will come and check it out and play with us. And Nikita, if you're there, I'd love to hear from you.
Thanks, Teresa. Can you hear me?
I can. There we go.
Well, firstly, I just want to say thank you, Teresa, Claudia, everyone involved in today's sharing. My heart definitely has expanded. I can feel as we were talking about in the meditation, that field, that field that just surrounds me and then is just rippling out to our planet and assisting the awakening of the hearts and minds of all humans. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who was present. And Teresa, big gratitude to you and Claudia and the whole IOC team. Just briefly for me, I've been involved with Islands of Coherence for a couple of months now. I must say, when I first met Teresa, I felt like I had recognized a soul sister, a spirit sister, a coherent sister. Sometimes I think that I've had the experience where I've sometimes felt very alone in the journey of transforming as a human to become more conscious, to live more in harmony with self and the planet around us, to create more coherent mind and heart, to be more sustainable. And what I'm realizing that there are so many of us desiring the same thing. And Teresa and Yarmouth and Penny and the whole IOC team have heard this sacred call to help create a place where we can connect. And I think what I've really gained so far in my time in the Islands of Coherence is how it's really like-hearted and minded peers. So many of us are just really doing deeper inner work and ready to share and bring that deeper gift that we have, and then work out how do we unite in circle to create this pulse and wave of love and address the situations that we're finding on the planet. And just briefly about me, and then I'll hand it back over to Teresa, because I know we have Entheo, who is going to share some beautiful music with us. Thank you both. I offer daily mantras into the Islands of Coherence. It started in 1999, and in 2009, I started offering them on social media. We've grown to we've now reached over 80 countries with daily mantras, over 13 million views a month, people from all walks of life, all countries, all ages, all races. And why I'm saying that is that it just shows us there are so many people desiring to live in a more coherent way. So thanks, Teresa, for inviting me. I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much for your posts. I know they're really super popular with everybody who's on the Islands of Coherence, and there's just something about the regular cadence of that makes such a difference.
Sylvia, I'm glad you just joined. I just see Sylvia joined. It's great. Khadijah, thank you so much for your meditation. Would you like to share something? That was beautiful. Yarmouth, I think Yarmouth might be still here. Yeah.
Yeah, hello everyone, and thank you for all of you that are still here and all of those who joined in their hearts. It is such a blessing to be a part of this community. I feel my heart and soul expand every day. I feel as though I'm accepted and understood and recognized more than just by my human features, but at a heart level, on a soul level. Nikita was talking earlier about how she recognized Teresa as a soul sister. And I find that occurring almost daily when I'm in these situations with people in the islands. And it's as if we're just all gathering and coming together to share our soul's purpose so we can really uplift and change the world. And I'm overwhelmed with love for all of you that are out there sharing your heart with the world. And I invite you to come join us. I do a meditation every Friday, and that you can access that directly from the islands. And I can also put my email in if you want to connect with me further. But it's an amazing place to really be able to be your authentic self. And then because it feels like this space is held for us, it just feels safe to do that everywhere else. And I find myself just becoming more and more, or as Cornflower, kind of alluded to earlier, unbecoming all that I thought I was and turning into the soul that I came here to be. So thank you all. I'm so grateful to be blessed with your presence in your hearts.
Thank you, Khadijah. Yarmouth, you can go ahead and share. I saw you opened your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well, the Islands of Coherence has empowered me. So Teresa started really seeing the potential that I was unaware of, and I have been working really hard. And it's work and this energy, the life force that you have inside, that when you just join this community, it starts unfolding, and you see how everything starts happening because we are a community. So we get the support, and most of the times when we have difficult situations and when you endure them, the Islands of Coherence is also the place where you just go there and express yourself, and you just come out of with a different perspective, with a better future, with hope and love. So it's also a huge support and the biggest opportunity to express our authentic selves, which was what Kariji was talking about. And I feel this is an opportunity that you are giving us as well, because without you, it wouldn't be possible to share this space. So as you see, it's kind of this reciprocate thing that we're actually sharing, and the best thing is that we are always focusing our potential on a high ideal, which is love, and that we remain in coherence. So remaining in this coherence will also just cause a ripple effect, and then we just make an impact so that everyone gets filled up with the love that we so want to share, but we haven't quite found the ways yet. But this is what the Islands of Coherence is. So my gratitude for this beautiful space that I got to share with you today, and that we're gonna be sharing in the next in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Sylvia, you had your hand. Great. So I think that we'll go to our friends and Theo, and we'll go ahead and close off today with some beautiful music. And I hope that you'll join us in the Islands of Coherence, and let's support each other to live from love and to stabilize this impulse on the planet through us. Thank you all for being here.
I love what you said, Midi, is that it's this opening our arms to what's already here. And that's what this song is about. It's like we keep our focus, our minds and our hearts on compassion and love, and we're asking the universe for more of where our focus is. So this song is called Keep Bringing It, and we're gonna keep bringing the love, keep bringing the compassion, keep bringing the patience and the tenderness in the face of everything that keeps coming up as these waves of grief and sadness and whatever is happening in the world. We're gonna keep bringing the compassion, because that is the ultimate power. So here we go. Well, I can't go on hiding my light just because I'm afraid I'll shine too bright. Well, this contradiction lives in me, so I'm on a mission to be set free. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, Keep living your truth. Keep bringing it, bringing it. Keep bringing it through. Keep loving it, loving it. Put the love in everything you do. Oh. Yeah. Na na na. Whoa, na 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 na. Yeah, na na na. Oh, it's a beautiful day to come alive inside the dream. With our heart in the sky, this revelation, it's you and I, infinite constellations, unified. Hearts are breaking open, soul is awaking up. Hearts are breaking open, soul is awaking up. Hearts are breaking open, soul is awaking up. Hearts are breaking open. Keep bringing it, keep bringing it through. Keep living it, keep living your truth. Keep bringing it, bringing it. Keep bringing it through. Keep loving it, loving it. Put the love in everything you do. Oh. Yeah, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Yeah, na na na. Oh, even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Thank you, everyone. Bless you.
Hey, Theo, before you guys go off, I'm wondering if you want to put some links in the chat and say something. I think you have a class coming up and you guys have some offerings. I just put Cornflower's link in the chat, but I wanted to give you a chance to share about that. I'm pretty excited that you're doing that. It's coming up.
Yeah, it's next week. I'm teaching an electronic music production course for anyone that's interested in that world of things, and I'll post a link in the chat, and I can post some more links to our music too for people.
Please
Thank
do.
you, Teresa.
And thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for coming today. Have an absolute beautiful day. Take this love that we've been generating and let's share it with everyone we meet, pulse it into our home and our garden, and really just continue to be an island of coherence today and every day. Thank you so much, everyone.